Okay, so how do we know how to listen to ourselves? And so I'm going to write out a diagram of who we are. And the diagram will have the conscious brain and the subconscious brain, where most of us run 95% of our life. Predominantly, everything in our life is based upon subconscious programs and routines. These subconscious programs, until we're aware of their actual being, we honestly can't change them, because you don't know what you don't know, because you don't know you didn't know it. So we go to the second concept. The second concept is the teachability index. Teachability index falls into two categories, and this is for yourself personally to run with yourself. Number one is your willingness to learn whatever concept that you're trying to learn. Then the second part is the willingness to accept change in your life because of what you've learned. These things are inevitable. The changes will happen. Change is a part of life. And the more you accept it, the easier it becomes. Now, what you do on the teachability index is you say, well, what is my willingness to learn this? You rate yourself 1 to 10. 10 being, you're going to do whatever it takes in order to learn this. 1 being, yeah, what? I'm really not interested. The second concept of the teachability index is willingness to accept change. How willing am I to accept change in my life? You rate yourself 0 to 10. 10 being, I'm going to do whatever it takes to accept this change, regardless of what it is. 0 being, I'm not willing to change anything. And then you times the two together, and then you come up with your number. This is your teachability index. Third concept is the training balance scale. The training balance scale goes into two parts. They go line by line, run a line down at the why, which is the thought process, thinking, imagination, creation. Then you have the how. These are the action steps that go beyond and go with the thought process. 90 to 99% of your teachability index or training index is going to be in the thought process. The how is 10% at best. Then we go into the fourth level. This is called the conscious understanding. Anything time you learn new information, you come into 4 levels of understanding. The first level being, you don't know what you don't know because you don't know you didn't know it. This is called unconscious incompetence. You have no idea, you can't even ask the question to learn it. Then you go into the next phase. Once you hear about it, then you come into what's called conscious incompetence. You are consciously competent of its existence, but you have no idea on how to access it. You basically enter the stages. You don't know what you don't know. Or actually, you know what you don't know, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. That comes into, after you start putting in the actions to learn about it, you become consciously competent. Conscious competence is you're actually doing steps in order to enact this certain reality in your life. And as you do those conscious steps over and over and over again, you watch other people do it, you do it repetitively, then you become unconsciously competent. You just start working it out in your life. And then the fifth and final step or concept is mastery of the first 4, because this is the basis of our life, the first 4 concepts. Whatever you want to learn, whoever you want to be, whatever you want to do is all in these concepts. So